everybody. It's time for guitar backup for Duffers. I need a song for this session. If you're a duffer and you want to play the guitar, you should. Oh, that's not gonna work. Well, anyway, let's just get on with it. That was awful. That was awful, folks. Oh, if you play the guitar. All right, hey, it's time for guitar backup for Duffers. Without further ado, let's get started here. We got quite a crew on board today. Yes. Okay, so let's just back up and play some of the tunes we've already played. I've got all the. By the way, did you know that if you go to patreon.com/Charlie Walden, you will find a link to a Google Drive folder only available to my patrons, and there in it are 3 folders: one Fiddle for Duffers, Mando for Duffers, and Guitar for Duffers. And there's goodies in all those folders. So, like what you'll find in the Guitar for Duffers folders, for instance, is solo fiddle playing by moi, little files that you can play, and you can practice your backup. Just put them in a loop, on your iTunes or whatever you use to play computerized music at home. Just download them and have them to keep. And also there's chord progressions and some other things. There'll be more stuff up there as we go along. So let's get started. Let's play a little bit of that old Coming Round the Mountain. That's how they'd say it in French, I think. Coming Round the Mountain. Here we go. See if I can make it work. Is it going to play? Come on. Cooperate in this little baby computer here. Here we go. Can everybody hear that okay? I think you can. That's about as loud as it goes. Remember it's in G? Here comes a C. Oh yeah. There you go. Keep it coming. All right, let me see if I can stop that so it doesn't keep playing. Someone's calling me on the phone, but they're going to have to wait. It's probably a telemarketer telling me that my car warranty is overdue, or I need to get on Medicare, or there's something they're offering me that I just can't live without. Air duct cleaning is one of the favorite ones. We have radiators in our house, so I love having them call. I usually tell them to go to 1060 West Addison. You know where that is? That's Wrigley Field. I always tell them to go there and clean my air ducts. We have a desperate air duct cleaning emergency. All right, so that was a little bit of that too. Now let's talk about what went on there. Remember we got to get to G. I don't think I need to magnify these in the finger view. You know what I'm talking about. And then to get to C. A, B, C. By the way, how are we doing on knowing the notes on the D, A, and E string all the way up to the 5th fret? How are we doing on that? Because we want to start moving along and knowing them up to the 7th fret, So let's make sure we're working on that so we can name the notes. Like if I say put a finger on the 2nd fret of the E string, immediately that's an F sharp, right? Because that goes with the D, right? Oh yeah. And this is a G, right? So E, F sharp, G. Okay, so we got that bass run. And then to get to C, we go. Okay. And then to get to D, so it's B, C sharp, D, or we go. Remember, ourselves enough time. Yeah, how's that looking? Okay, good, good, good. Now, remember last time we talked a little bit about this inside diminished chord. Now I am going to give you the finger view. All right, so remember, everybody knows this. Everybody seems to know this diminished chord. Yeah, that's the one. It looks like this. That's the one everybody learns, okay? But there's another one, nice one, the inside diminished, where you have a note on the A string. So it's like, so if I was going to play, now you know with a diminished chord, any note in the chord that you're playing can be that chord. So any one of these, if I play, say I play this diminished chord right here, where the root is on the A, that's an A diminished, right? But it turns out that any of these notes can name that chord. That's just the nature of diminished chords. So if, see that, what's that note? That's a B flat, right? No, sorry, I'm sorry, this is an E. I messed up. E diminished. So that's E on the D string, right? But if I reference this B flat, it's also a B flat diminished. If I reference this C sharp or D flat, it's also a C sharp or D flat diminished. And if I reference this G on the E string, it turns out that's a G diminished as well. So that's just one of the cool things about diminished chords, is that any note in the chord can name the chord. So if I go back here and play this inside diminished, let's look at that form one more time. So I'm putting let's put our middle finger on C on the A string, and let's put our second finger, a ring finger rather, on the 4th fret of the D string, which is an F sharp. Then I put my first finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, that's an A. Then I put my pinky on the 5th fret of the B string, which is an E, and I just play the inside 4. I'm not going to play this note or this note. I'm going to damp this E with my, see how my finger, look at my pinky, it's kind of folding over onto the E string but not really noting it. So you get this. It doesn't sound out. So that's the inside diminished. See, and that's a movable form. And remember, we talked about using that thusly. Let's see. May not work on this tune. I think I have to move on to the next tune. But so work on that inside diminished. I will post a little PDF, just a single picture showing the 3 forms of diminished chords. We want to be able to play all 3 of those forms. But if you can play this one now, which most everybody can, that's kind of the cowboy diminished chord. But work on this inside diminished form. Get comfortable with your fingers being in that position. All right, let's move on to the next tune here. Let's move on and play a little bit of Sugar in the Coffee. This is where I can employ that tune, that thing. G. Missouri rules. A lot of ways to skin a cat here. Sorry, cats. A lot went on there. Let's talk about it. So I'm playing in G, right? Get to the D, go. C. Then I can just alternate the bass, or do C, E, that that note right there as a bass note? What are some other things they can do? Let's talk about the second half of that second 4 bars. You know, we got the first 4 bars. 1, 2, 2, 2, 1. Boom. Okay, now I'm ready for the second 4 bars. I could just take C7 and move it up. You know. Okay, but I like that diminished chord. Listen, what I just showed you. Do, 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 do. You're all invited back next week to join. That's like from the Beverly Hillbillies, right? To have a heaping helping of their hospitality. All right, so let's look at that again. So G. This is the bass line we're looking for. Bum, bum, bum. A chromatic. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Now, the old boys down in central Missouri that I used to play with when I was a kid, they didn't know many movable chord forms. In fact, the only movable form they knew was this C7 form. So a lot of times they'd play the 7 chord on the 4, you know, like. I kind of got used to hearing that, and it started to sound good, you know. So you can do that if you want, but people will look askance at you if there's other people playing, perhaps. But so you got to get from the C to the D, so that you can go like this with no chord at all. Sometimes I do, just like that's just like playing the open strings or damp strings. Just to get you there, because it's going by so fast, you know. But you can do that full kind of 7 form. And then alternate the bass. But you can go that diminished, inside diminished, see? Okay, good. All right, next tune. We're just kind of reviewing now, you know, just for grins. Oh man, whoa. Time out, folks. Time out. If you're watching this in the live stream right now, stay with me. But if you're watching it in archive, boom, it's over. The lesson's over. Because it's only available now at patreon.com/Charlie Walden for a mere 92 cents a week. You just can't beat that with a stick, I'm telling you right now. All right, so for you watching in archive on YouTube, it's over, baby, but stick with me if you're on the live stream. That's fine. We're going to do the whole thing. Oh, I'm just right out of time. I'm going to leave you hanging right there. I'm going to post the pattern. Here's what that chord sounds like. That's what it sounds like, and there's kind of what it looks like, right? There's some notes being damped, definitely. So I'm going to post I'll post up the form for that chord at patreon.com/Charlie Walden, and you can play with it between now and next time. Folks, I'll see you next Thursday at 11 o'clock Central Time for another exciting edition of Guitar for Duffers, and this is session 2 now we're in. This was lesson 1. Next week will be lesson 2. We're just going to keep right on rolling. And you know, my plan is, just so you know my thinking, when I get through all the keys, this will switch to a repertoire class, and every week we'll just talk about the backup to a new tune. But now we're still getting the fundamentals, right? All right, so I'll see you next time. We'll see where's my exit visa. My exit program. Where is it? There it is. All right, kids. It's been fun. It's been real. Thanks, everybody. Hope you got a little something out of that. And I'll see you next week at the same time. Ta-ta.